FPL Game Week 26 team selection. Double Game Week 25 came to a close last night, and we saw table bonus for the second week running. So in today's video, we'll be going through a review of how Game Week 25 went, my potential transfer plan for Game Week 26, and the lineup with captaincy. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that like button and hit that subscribe, and let's get into it. What's up? It's FPL Vert where arrows go green, and as you can see, they did go green. Yeah. Up to 69k, which is the season best rank so far. Just 2 points above the safety score, and we did take a -4 as well, but it was obviously worth it. Starting from the back, Pickford got 3 points, which is okay. I mean, you conceded, but you made some saves. Trent, again, showing why he is worth the price. I know a lot of people discuss, his inclusion. Well, there's your answer. Not only did he keep his clean sheet intact against Wolves, coming off early before Cunha scored, he also equalised for Liverpool last night with a goal. So he returned 13 points in total. Mohamed Salah, the output machine, another 20 points for him. Justin Kluivert provided a match-leading 4 key passes and also supplied an assist for Ryan Christie. And then, of course, Gabriel kept his clean sheet, and Wood managed to find a way to score, even though they had 0 big chances in the game against Fulham. And then the rest of the team blanked, especially Morgan Rogers, which was quite interesting. He took 5 shots and had 2 big chances missed against Ipswich, which was obviously the money game. But then he followed that up with just 1 blocked shot against Liverpool, so he could be on the chopping block, perhaps. And of course, the manager, Emery, assistant manager, didn't even win once. He got 2 draws, and he still came home with 14 points, so that just tells you why table bonus is worth chasing. So into a potential transfer, and as mentioned, Morgan Rogers is on the chopping block. Of course, the reason why I wanted to keep him was because he had the double game week. He was playing Ipswich at home and then Liverpool at home. So of course, Ipswich was perceived to be the banker, and he probably should have returned. He definitely should have. He had 2 big chances missed. But then against Liverpool, obviously he wasn't that good. He didn't have any key passes. He only had 1 blocked shot, and he wasn't even quite central until Asensio went off. So I am looking at potential transfer to bring NWANERI in for Arsenal, but I haven't done it yet. Of course, this is just up for debate. Of course, the reason for going for this would be that NWANERI has a game in Game Week 29, unlike Morgan Rogers. He'll be playing Chelsea just like Rogers is this week, but it's just up for discussion. I have not made the transfer. Probably won't. But let me see how I feel closer to the deadline tomorrow. But it is just up for discussion. I mean, when Essex gets 3 bonus from assists, just from 1 assist, and you just see how central he is. He has that creative flair and spark in the Arsenal team that's chasing the title. So just for discussion. So into the team selection, and Jordan Pickford welcomes a Manchester United side that have scored just 3 times in their last 4 away league games. So we will be looking to rack up some saves at the very least. Trent Alexander-Arnold has the highest expected goal involvement across the last 6 game weeks amongst defenders, and he's taken 15 shots in that time, which is also the most for all defenders. But Manchester City have been in scoring form despite their results, and they found their net in 16 straight matches in all competitions. In fact, since their loss at Juventus in mid-December, and they also haven't failed to score in the league since their trip to Anfield on December 1st, coincidentally. So probably best to hope for back-to-back attacking returns for Trent, and he did score in his fixture last season, as seen in the top right. Andoni Iraola mentioned that James Hill will look to return to training for either the Wolves game or the Brighton game. So the Wolves game is this week, so he gets to start here just in case, as only Leicester have scored fewer goals than Wolves in the last 6 game weeks. Gabriel Magalhaes and the Arsenal backline are going to have to be resilient as they seek to crank up the pressure on the suddenly vulnerable Liverpool, with the league leaders seeing just 1 win in their last 4 games. They were also pushed all the way at home against a relegation-threatened Wolves and generated 0 XG in the entire second half. So Arsenal will welcome London rivals West Ham, knowing that a win will cut the gap to just 5 points ahead of Liverpool's trip to champions Manchester City, a place they have only won once since 2015. Only Ipswich, Wolves and Leicester have scored fewer goals than West Ham since the turn of the year, and no side has conceded fewer goals than Arsenal's 5. Mohamed Salah has now scored in 7 straight games for Liverpool across all competitions, But Manchester City were dumped out of the Champions League, having lost 6-2 on aggregate, so they may be seeking a reaction here. And of course they did manage a clean sheet last time out in the league, but had conceded 4 home games in a row prior to that. So there's no real reason to back against the most informed forward in the league, so Salah will take captaincy here. Justin Kluivert still reigns supreme for the most points in the past 5 game weeks across all positions, and Wolves have lost 5 of their last 6 games since the turn of the year, conceding 12 goals in that time, which is just 1 less than Leicester, with only Ipswich and Southampton conceding more. Brian Mbeumo has blanked in back-to-back weeks since I've owned him, naturally, but his expected goal involvement across the last 5 game weeks is only second to Mohamed Salah across all the midfielders. And Leicester have conceded 13 goals since the start of the year, so that means only Ipswich and Southampton have shipped. Only Ipswich and Southampton have shipped more, so hopefully they'll return here at the very least. Chelsea have won just 2 of their last 9 league games, and they haven't won on the road since early December against Tottenham. But it's still worth holding Cole Palmer for their back-to-back meetings, with relegation sides Southampton and Leicester in game week 27 and 28 respectively, so don't be selling him. Morgan Rogers has 3 goals and 2 assists in his last 7 home matches, so 5 GA in 7 home matches in the league, and he'll relish the challenge of facing old frenemy Cole Palmer. He did also score in this fixture last season, as seen in the top right, and Chelsea have allowed 16 big chances in their last 4 away matches, which ranks bottom of the league for this regard. Conversely, Aston Villa have generated 47 big chances in the league, which is the most, so I will likely be keeping Morgan Rogers despite wanting to sell him. And also, when the two met earlier this season, Palmer shared a pre-match conversation alongside his Player of the Match award, saying that the Player of the Match will be coming home with him, and it did. So I'm sure Morgan Rogers will be looking to seek some revenge. Chris Wood notched his 18th league goal of the season last week with a well-taken goal in a game where Forest registered 0 big chances. So we'll hopefully continue his level of devastating finishing again. Isak has 5 goals and 3 assists in his last 6 home games, and Forest have lost 2 of their last away games. So I'm sure Isak's first back-to-back blank since game week 13 will hopefully go away this week, because he has a great opportunity here. And with Unai Emery, as mentioned, Chelsea have won 2 of their last 9 league games. They're in dire form, and they're also winless in their last 5 away matches. And seeing as Emery just battled to a draw with league leaders Liverpool, I don't see any reason to move off of him. So I'll be keeping him for the last week of the assistant managership being active, and it's been great. So that's the team selection for now. Thank you for watching. I'll let you know, obviously keep it locked for my final team, which is always posted 15 minutes before the deadline. Drop any questions you have, and I'll see you next week. Good luck for the game week.